Rita was a special person. We were married for just short of 48 years. She was there to help anybody that she possibly could in any way. I think anybody that came in contact with her knew right away that they were going to like her. She was the life of the party. She was a wonderful wife and probably a better parent to the kids. Rita retired in 2017. She was having a really hard time, and it never clicked at that point in time. I started a little journal, and actually I just put it on my iPhone at the time, just things that were happening, like doors were left open, toilets weren't flushed, things weren't clean, had a hard time plugging her phone in. We had our first neuropsychological testing in June of 2019. She tested MCI, mild cognitive impairment. So then we had a follow-up the following year, and I knew without a doubt it was dementia, and indeed it was severe dementia. My kids were saying, "Dad, you really need to place her in a home now." And I know it was because they could see it was taking a toll on me. And at the time, I just wanted to get through Christmas. I just wanted to get through Christmas as a family. And we did. But then as I look back on my journal, it was on January the 27th in my journal, I made a remark, "It's no longer safe at home. I need to place her in a home." So that led us to 3 different options in talking with the kids also. Because at that time I wasn't sure, and I'd gone to some really swanky places that were brand new. But then as I walked in there the second time, and I walked in there with our daughter, it's like, doesn't look to me like the staffing is probably nearly as up to date as Clark was. So I visited Clark at least 3 times, and it was really relatively easy to make that decision. It's the care, the activities, the compassion, the camaraderie, the building itself, and all the people that you meet. It was the right place. Each of the 3 times that I visited Clark, there was an activity going on. The first time was playing a piano and they were singing. The next time was bopping a balloon around, which I know now it's the balloon bop. Early on, Rita found great joy in actually being a part of those activities. She could walk, she could do things, and she could understand things a little bit. And then once Rita was in a wheelchair, it became impossible for her to use her hands or do anything that showed she was having fun other than through her emotions. She loved music. And not only did we have music from Clark, but as we brought on Emmanuel Hospice, the music was amazing. She would smile, and once in a while that hand would go up like she was trying to do something. But leaving there and going home, even today, is very difficult. You go home to an empty house and you think, gosh, I'd love to have her here. But then you realize at a point, she's not going to be here. But at the same time, I finally got to the point where I had peace of mind because I said to myself, she's in a better place there than she is at home. I joined a support group in, I think it was November, prior to deciding when to place her in a home. The support group at Clark is really unique because it's formed of people that are caregivers at Clark. So people have either a spouse or a mother in Clark, or they might have lost an individual in Clark. And we also have some that haven't placed their person in memory care. And what was nice is you realize that I'm not the only one in this predicament, and I'm still a part of that group, even though Rita is no longer with us. I became a part of Clark, and they appreciated me and I appreciated them. And I find myself now looking back and saying, okay, would I have made any changes? Would I have made any differences in my decisions? And the answer is without a doubt, no. Making the decision to place Rita in a home was the hardest decision, even to this day, I've ever made in my life. But it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.